All right, so I've got the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold as well as the OnePlus Open, and I will be comparing both of these devices and share with you guys at the end of the video which one I'll personally be preferring over the two, between the two at least. So Pixel 9 Pro Fold starting at 257 grams is a little bit heavier than the OnePlus Open, coming in at 239 grams. They both have a glass front. You can pick up a variant of the OnePlus Open that has a glass back. I have the leather back right here. Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold is IPX8 water resistance, and then the OnePlus Open has an IPX4 splash resistant rating. So definitely I'd probably go with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold in that aspect. Now when we get to the cover displays, we're both getting a 6.3 inch display on both of them, 120 Hertz, 2,700 nits of peak brightness on the Pixel, and then 2,800 nits on the OnePlus. And using them day to day, they've been great because if you don't want to open up your inner display and use it as a conventional smartphone, they are awesome. But the one thing I don't like about the Pixel is this chunky bezel. I mean, it takes similar cues from the OnePlus, and yet it still has a chunkier bezel around, and this frame is chunkier too, so they really could have done some work to reduce that. So good job OnePlus in that aspect, seriously, good job. But the quality on both of the displays are phenomenal. When we get to the inner display, we're getting a slightly larger inner display with the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold coming in at 8 inches, again 120 Hertz, 2,700 nits of peak brightness, 7.82 on the OnePlus Open, and it comes in again 120 Hertz, 2,800 nits of peak brightness. The thinness is, well, let's put it this way, the Pixel is much thinner than the OnePlus Open, and it does fold completely flat. But that I also noticed with OnePlus is when I first got it, it was folding completely flat, and now it's not really folding 100% flat. But at least the crease, you know, it's not as visible as the Pixel. When I'm running my finger, I can definitely feel more of the crease with the Pixel, so do keep that in mind. Granted, day-to-day use, they're both very good. Like it's not going to get in the way, but it's a foldable. It's to be expected, so you know it's perfectly fine. I just want to point out there some do ask, but personally, I'm going to be preferring the design of the OnePlus Open, and that's because first of all, this cover display. I use the cover display quite often, and like it's much thinner than the one on the Pixel. Like that's the main reason. They could have made this much thinner, less chunkier, but unfortunately it looks really chunky and not as kind of modern, especially when compared to OnePlus Open and the Galaxy Z Fold 6. When it comes to performance and the software, with Pixel 9 Pro Fold, Tensor G4, 16 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of starting storage. OnePlus Open has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which is last year's chipset, which I personally think is completely okay. Like there's no issues with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. You're also getting 16 gigs of RAM with this, and 4 years of software updates with the OnePlus Open, and 7 years with the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold. They're both buttery smooth. They're both going to run very well, but obviously it's, you know, 7 years, it's going to last a little bit longer than the OnePlus Open. But that's the thing, OnePlus Open 2 is going to be coming out hopefully relatively soon. It looks like it's not going to be coming out at least in the US in 2024, and you know, it hasn't even been officially unveiled either, so we're still waiting on that. But I'll tell you this, I used the OnePlus Open for quite some time until Z Fold 6 came out and, you know, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold came out, and this was my daily. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. But the one thing I just can't get is OnePlus software. I just don't like the software, the user interface, everything that, you know, the extra features that it has. But I love Pixel UI. I really do love Pixel UI. So like, I guess we can kind of break it down into two. Like if you want just the sheer raw performance, you want to go with OnePlus. But if you really care about the software working with the hardware and you want clean software, then you're going to go with Pixel UI. And I really do love Pixel UI. And I think OnePlus does come out on top, again, when it comes to performance. But for the software aspect, I think it's a preference too. I would choose the Pixel 9 Pro Fold over the OnePlus Open. And I'm going to get to that towards the end a little bit more on my take on about this whole performance and software thing. But like I said, performance, I think OnePlus, but for software, I think Pixel 9 Pro Fold comes out on top. The cameras, for me, it's been the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. We're getting a 48 megapixel wide, a 10.8 megapixel OIS with optical zoom. It's a telephoto, and then a 10.5 megapixel ultra wide camera. With the OnePlus Open, we're getting a 48 megapixel wide with OIS, a 64 megapixel telephoto with OIS and 3x optical zoom, and then 48 megapixel ultra wide. And you know, the camera on the OnePlus, it's a good camera setup, and actually it's very good for a foldable, but so is the Pixel. Pixel is good for a foldable. Now, by no means, these aren't like true flagship cameras. They're not Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. They're not Pixel 9 Pro XL. They're not going to be iPhone 15 Pro Max, or, you know, by the time this video is out, I'm sure iPhone 16 series is going to be unveiled. It's not going to be those flagship cameras, but they're still pretty good. Now, what I say about foldables, if you're looking to get into the foldable market, camera's not going to be your priority. However, between the two, I'll still go with the results with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. But things change when we get to the battery department, because this one for me has been easy. Let's start things off with the Pixel 4605 milliamp hour battery, 21 watts wired and 7.5 watts wireless charging, and this phone lasts me throughout the day. It's a great long-lasting phone, easily 6+ hours of screen on time. OnePlus Open 4805 milliamp hour battery, 67 watts wired charging, 0 to 100 in 42 minutes advertised. I've gotten this to 0 to 100 in about 40-ish minutes. So for me, that's a huge win. Super fast charging, I absolutely love. So good job. Now, it doesn't have wireless charging, but you know, that's a trade-off that they could have not had. You know, they could have put in wireless charging, but they didn't. So, I mean, it's whatever. You know, I'm fine with it not having wireless charging as long as it has a faster wire charging. And this also lasts me easily throughout the day. I've had no issues with the battery, and it lasts just a tad bit longer than the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. So in the battery department, it's easy. OnePlus is going to be the winner. So if you want a great foldable with great battery life, it's going to be OnePlus. And I think it performs better than the Pixel 9 Pro Fold and the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. The pricing is $100 difference, $1,800 starting for the Pixel 9 Pro Fold and $1,700 starting for the OnePlus Open. However, there's also this too, and do keep this in mind, both of these phones will go on sale. In fact, if you want to add the Samsung too, that also goes on sale. Don't pick these up at their MSRP of $1,700 at $1,800. Wait for them to go on sale. Because you're going to be paying a premium price. Might as well wait until they go on sale to get more of a discount and pay less for a foldable. But I think overall, for what both have to offer, I'm going to be going with the OnePlus Open. And one, because I've used it since, I mean, it's been out longer, so I had the opportunity to use it a little bit longer. But you know, putting it side by side to the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, and you know, off screen too, I really thought about it. I'm like, all right, you know, I like the build of the OnePlus Open a little bit more. I like the performance. You know, I can get through the software. You know, if OnePlus Open had Pixel UI, it would be amazing. You know, 7.8-inch, 8.2-inch display. I mean, it's not that much smaller than the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. That's completely okay. It has a camera setup that's decent, and I don't really prioritize camera too much. And battery life is phenomenal. It's great, and it's, you know, a little bit more affordable in the pricing. There's something I didn't point out, but that's the alert slider right here. I absolutely love the alert slider. So for me, I think OnePlus Open just fits myself more or better than the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. So that's going to be the phone that I choose, and I will be recommending between the two. That by no means doesn't mean the Pixel 9 Pro Fold is bad. I think from, you know, its predecessor, Pixel Fold, this is a huge leap forward in the right direction. But I think we're still at a time where foldables still have room to grow. And how I see foldables is this. If you're paying such a premium price, $1,700, $1,800, $1,900, $2,000 for a foldable, you should be getting the best of the best battery, the best sleekest design, the best performance and up-to-date software, the latest and greatest camera system, the best cameras on the market. That's how I would see a foldable, at least for me. Some may say, no, foldables can be used for productivity, and that's also true. I'd like to see foldables being used for productivity and getting more work done, all that stuff. And that I see that as a part of it too, but there needs to be more reason to justify the pricing for me. And maybe the technology for foldables right now, you know, the parts of them, they're expensive and whatnot, okay, but I still think we have room to grow with the foldable market, and I think it's going to continue to keep growing. But again, if you're asking me for either one, which one I'm going to choose, it's going to be the OnePlus Open. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely be sure to superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot. I'll help push my content out to more people. Definitely be sure to check out my wallpaper pack. It's called Urban Glow. Links in the description down below. If you want to check out my other products, like these products that I talk about, affiliate links are also linked in the description down below. They really do go a long way in helping the channel continue to grow. And thank you guys for making my dream become a reality. That's been it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll catch you guys in the next one.